Hi artists! So, this week I want us to combine everything we've learned so far these past few weeks and combine them into our next project, which will be a still life. Still life drawing is a technique that artists have been using for centuries to help them practice get better at drawing. And the best part is that a still life can be a drawing of just about anything. It just has to follow these two rules. It has to be still or not moving, so no animals and no people because they can move. And two, it has to be something that can be seen in real life, so no photographs, no drawing pictures all from your imagination. It's got to be something that's real and in front of you so you can look at it and draw it. So find something in your home to draw for this week. Could be an action figure or toys, a baseball and glove, ballet shoes, a bowl of fruit, a vase of flowers, your Nintendo Switch, or even a cereal bowl and a glass of milk. These would all make great ideas for a still life. Once you've found your still life, you need to find a place to set it up in front of you where you have plenty of light to light it up, and find a place that's close by so you can sit and look at it comfortably while you draw it. When we get back to the classroom, I do have still lifes all set up, glued and stuck in place so you can grab them and try to draw them yourselves. Alright, so I want to start with a really simple still life, just to kind of show you the idea of how you might want to start looking at yours. So, as we learned in the first couple of weeks, we need to start with our most simple, basic kind of shapes first. So when I look at this terracotta pot, move this over. So when I look at this terracotta pot, it's kind of got almost an upside down triangle shape, right? Its sides come in diagonally. And notice how lightly I'm drawing this too. I'm not worrying about all the other more complicated shapes. I just want to kind of get the overall shape of it. Drawn very lightly. And then I can draw on top of this a little bit darker with the main parts of it. Alright, now this shape isn't flat, it's actually round, right? So the fun part to making something look round is using ovals, and a whole bunch of them. So we're gonna do an oval from the top two corners to make it look like we can see inside. You know what? When I'm looking at this, it looks like this is a little bit more open. Notice how many times I'm drawing over and over and over again until I find the right shape that I'm looking for. As long as you're drawing lightly, it doesn't matter how many times you do it. Just draw feather light, really, really lightly, finding what you're looking for. And once you do, later you can go back over it and draw darker on a line that you want to keep. I eventually want to keep that line right there. I think that was the best one out of all of them for this. Alright? And then let's kind of work our way down. Let's see. Looks like there's a lip, so it kind of goes straight down. Not too far, maybe about that far. And the same on the other side. And it curves around also, so we can kind of create a nice big oval. Sometimes I like to draw a big full oval. Again, all these other little lines don't matter because I drew them so lightly. I'm only looking for the ones that I'm going to draw later a little darker. Next, let's think about what we did last week. where is the light coming from in this picture? Can you tell? It might be kind of hard because it looks like it's lit up over here. But the biggest clue is where the shading is, and the shading's on the left side. So the light's probably coming up from up here. This is where my light's coming from. Let's see if we can add some shading to this. So I'm going to start by shading what I see. Looks like there's some shading along the left hand side. I'm going to do some pencil shading for this, so I'm going to lightly color with my pencil and use my finger to smudge it. Ooh, it's actually a little darker along where this goes over it, right? So maybe I'll color that in a little darker. And then I'll add some shading on this side. Still lifes help artists because you can see how it actually looks in real life. So you don't have to guess where the shadows go. It's right in front of you. It's like a little cheat sheet. It tells you exactly what to do. Let's see, it looks like there's some more shading down here inside. Probably because the pot's blocking the light from getting in here. There's some shadows here. Shadows at the very bottom, all along the side and underneath. So if it's blocking the light from getting there, it's probably going to have some shadow to it. Now inside it's a little trickier. The sunlight, if you look at it, it's actually coming in and it's lighting this up. But the sunlight isn't coming in here because it's kind of blocked by the side of this pot. So the shadow on the inside is actually going to be right here instead. I know, it's a little tricky. So you gotta look at how it actually looks and not just guess. Alright, so I think that's pretty good for my still life. If yours is a little bit more complicated, just do the best you can. That's why I say start with something simple for your still life. Don't go too complicated. Alright? Now, if you have time, go ahead and add color to this. And as always, don't forget to add this to our Seesaw activity this week. Can't wait to see what you come up with.